It just felt very overwhelming. So when you connect and start to regulate your nervous system, you start to connect with so many parts of yourself. I'm moving my bag. This feels right. This feels familiar. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome back or welcome if this is your first time being here. My name is Jocelyn, and today I woke up really early. I woke up at 5:55. To me, that was a sign to get up and come on a nature walk. This is the first time I've ever done this, where I just got up and decided to follow that little voice that told me to go on a nature walk. I've had this thought to come out here a few times, but never really listened to it. But now I've been doing this thing where I've been listening to my intuition more, and that little voice has not steered me wrong at all. So I am leaning into it. And one thing that I recognize allows me to connect more with my intuition, connect more with my body, is healing your nervous system, regulating your nervous system, and regulating your breath. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I've talked about it a few times already on my channel. Really haven't gotten into depth with it, but it literally is on my heart to share more about this. So, how I regulate my nervous system is I do the uncomfortable things, right? Like coming out into nature at what time is it now? I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, but I'm literally in the middle of somewhere in this reservation I've never been before. And when I put myself in the uncomfortable situations, breathing through it. So, how that looks for me is taking a deep breath through my nose, and then on the exhale, I release it way longer than my inhale. So, an example would be I like to say for a count of 4, breathing in through your nose. So, and then for a count of 8, breathing out through your mouth. So, and then you continue doing that. It's harder to talk about it and demonstrate. Just know whatever number you choose, the exhale always has to be longer than the exhale. Oh my God, that feels so good. Oh my goodness. Wow, this literally feels like magic right now. This literally feels like a dream I've had. It's like 60 degrees, 65 degrees, like a little chilly. Oh my God, this literally feels amazing. So I was saying, breathing in, the exhale has to always be longer than the inhale. And what this does, there is a nerve in your body. It's called the vagus nerve. And this vagus nerve tells your body, it runs from the base of your neck all the way down to the base of your spine. And it tells your body if you are in danger or not. It tells all the systems in your body. Are we going to run? Are we going to fight? Are we going to freeze? What are we going to do? Like, what's going to happen? But if you are aware of your breath and you take control of your breath and start to regulate your breath, breathing a certain way, this allows your system to tell your brain, tell your body, like, hey, everything's okay. Even if you're in an uncomfortable situation, like me walking like me walking through the woods to get here to this point. I'm not very deep in, but this is a location I've never been before. I was actually walking in a different route than I'm used to. I saw this path. It just called to me. It said, just go this way. So I was like, I don't know. So since I was like, I don't know, that signaled to me that this was an uncomfortable thing to do at this time in the morning, doing an uncomfortable thing on top of an uncomfortable thing. So I just followed it and okay. I just followed it, and in following it, like there's a lot of sounds, there's a lot of birds, there's things falling, and I was like, oh my goodness, like it's alive. It's alive out here for sure. So yep, yeah, exactly. Um, and in just following this path, I started recognizing, oh wow, like I'm starting to breathe faster. I'm starting to either hold my breath. I was in between both. So I literally had to start regulating my nervous system and walking through being present, just being with my breath and not being in my head. So being more in my body. I got here and now I feel good. I'm sitting here. Something told me just like, this is a good spot. Just relax, sit, absorb. I'm going to do a little bit of writing in a bit, but I really just wanted to touch on this idea of regulating your nervous system because as I learn more about this, I want to continue to teach this because it's literally changed my life. I'm doing things I never thought I would do or I was too afraid to do before. Like I am currently in this organization. It's called Toastmasters. It's really good for you if you want to expand your public speaking skills, leadership skills, and I have been wanting to do this for such a long time, but things kept stopping me. Fear kept stopping me, and just the thought of like, oh, I can't do this. This is too much. I'm going to be too nervous. I'm going to be too anxious. And I was like, no. Like, especially since I did start regulating my nervous system, I'm like, okay, I could definitely do this. There's no way I can't. Like, when you start to regulate your nervous system, you feel like I could do anything. I really feel that way when I am very disciplined and really on top of being with myself and being with my breath. I feel so grounded. I feel so in touch with my body. I feel so connected to the earth. When I was not, I was very in my head. I was very up in space, and it did not serve me. Now, I know I could do these things because I have been regulating myself. You connecting with your breath is so powerful, is so powerful. When you connect to your breath, you have more control of how you see the world. If you are breathing fast, you start to tell your body, oh, there is danger. If you hold your breath, you are telling your body there is danger. When you are breathing more peacefully, when you can actually feel your body, when you're like connected to your body, connected to the earth, connected to the ground, connected to the earth in the sense of you feel grounded. You could feel your feet, you could feel your toes, you could feel yourself. And I say this because there's a time, and I know this is not just a me occurrence, that I couldn't feel myself. I question mark. I couldn't feel myself and I felt very numb. I felt numb to my body and I felt numb because I really didn't want to connect with my emotions, my feelings. It just felt very overwhelming. So when you connect and start to regulate your nervous system, you start to connect with so many parts of yourself, your emotions, your feelings, your body, the way your the strength of your body, your thoughts. You start to recognize which thoughts are working for you and which thoughts are not working for you, which thoughts serve you, which thoughts don't serve you, which thoughts are positive, which thoughts are not, which thoughts are yours, which thoughts have been fed to you things that are just a pattern that you've been just recycling over and over and over again in different areas of your life, and that they don't help you. So when you start to regulate yourself, oh my goodness, so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, hi, no worries. Good morning. No, you're good. Hi. No, I know. Bye. So beautiful, so beautiful. What was I saying? Oh, being grounded. Another way to regulate your nervous system is grounding yourself, like putting your feet on the earth, being in nature. Nature is very calming. Nature is very, it's still. Today is a breezy morning. So things are moving, but there's always movement, but nature allows you to slow down, slow down. And that's what your nervous system needs. It needs to slow down. One thing I do want to say is that if you do feel very low and numb, you need to move that energy first. Everything I've been talking about so far is connected to polyvagal theory. And with polyvagal theory, there's so much to it. It's honestly amazing. I love it so much. I can't say that enough. With polyvagal theory, they look at it in the sense of a ladder. And if we're looking at it in the sense of a ladder, there's the very top one. It's called ventral. Ventral is where you feel very social, you feel very open, you want to connect to people. Then the one below it is called sympathetic, and sympathetic is more fight or flight. So this is like movement, like this is when you're moving. And then the last one is called dorsal. Dorsal is when you're more in a free state, you feel more numb, you disassociate. So that's why I was saying if you feel numb, you have to go up a rung, like you have to go up the ladder. So if you're feeling numb, if you're disassociating, if you don't feel yourself, you have to first move your body. Like you have to shake up that energy. For the longest time, I was numb and I felt very disconnected. I disassociated so much. I was always disassociating. I did not know I was doing that at the time. It just felt normal. So once I figured that out and started recognizing, oh, I'm doing this, I started doing more activities. I started moving my body more. I started to go to the gym more. I started doing more yoga. Yoga really helped me like release stuck energy. That's the first thing I started to do to connect with my body. And when I was doing the yoga poses, I was literally feeling like thoughts come up and I was just writing them down. Like it was as if the things that were stuck in my body were literally bubbling up to my head like, hey, pay attention to this. So started writing. That's when I really got into journaling. Journaling helps so much. It helps with slowing down your thoughts. If your mind is usually a wander or like always going really quick, journaling helps you slow down, and that's necessary if your mind is like going really quick. And it's like bringing it more into a neutral, calm state. So journaling is also another tool, all the tools today. So I just started shaking up my energy, and then I was actually in a more movement kind of state, the sympathetic state. All these different states in the polyvagal theory, we have to recognize however it appears, your body is literally trying to protect you. It's trying to help you out. It's going to do what it needs to do to survive. Looking at everything I talked about, it's very important to connect to your breath, connecting to your body, recognizing and being aware throughout the day that you have a body. Sometimes we don't recognize, we're just like in a go, go, go state, that we're not slowing down to feel our toes in our shoes or to feel our legs when we're sitting down. We're just like up here. And being up here too long all day really throws your body out of whack. You have to have that balance. You have to have that connection between the mind and the body. That mind body connection is so important and so key to healing yourself. I really hope you enjoyed this. I definitely did. I love talking about this, and it was just really great having you here. So subscribe, give this video a like, leave any comments down below, and until next time, bye.